Hello, my people. Welcome to Plant Path Podcast. Your choice up for book reviews and crucial conversations. It's your girl Oluwatesin Mugbaduade, aka Auntie Tisa. Shout out to you guys for showing so much love on our previous episodes. Like the love is massive. It is massive. We've done a couple of book reviews, had a couple of guests on the show to discuss really important conversations to us all. Reviewed really great books by Leke Alda, and previous episodes. Really glad to see that you guys are actually listening, even when we're not like putting out new episodes. And if you have not listened to an episode by us, please make sure you do that immediately. Like you're missing out, like ASAP. Check it out. I don't like to give excuses, but I'm just going to explain what happened since the last time you saw me here. So the last episode was on 8th of March. We did book review of Parable of the Box by Leke Alda. Shout out, top consultant, top guy, top man of God you grab. Top lawyer as well. So anyways, that time, in fact, if you know the kind of lineup that I had done for you guys, you will hug me and send me $1 right now. You hug me and send me dollars. But then it was the particular weekend that we had booked a group of people for an episode and another person, which is supposed to be something new for you guys. And boom, that was the weekend that we had telecommunications issues in Nigeria. Like this old MTN, I'm sorry to mention names, Airtel issues. Then people were complaining about their internet wahala, and after then, when the whole issue was when the situation was better, I reached out to my guest again, and it's been so hard to get everybody together again. But hopefully this month, for the end of this month, you would actually see new episodes, like new guests on this show, and you will really love what we're bringing to you guys. You people will love it. Seriously. Anyways, so it's good to be here. So I missed you guys actually. For me, I talk about these things because it's just the reality of how life is. It's just the reality of how things are wherever in the world you are. It's easier to feel like, because it's Nigeria. Bro, even if you're out of the country, you may have your own unique challenges. It may not be telecommunications issues. It may not even be light, you understand? But before you know it, you just know that life is lifing, adulthood is happening, and you've not been able to show up for your goals as you really wanted to. But one thing that is important is that as there are breaks in goals, sometimes I really have crazy schedules, things happening, and deadlines to meet, client work to submit, partnerships to work on, events coming. Guys, one thing I do is that I give myself some time to finish what's currently at hand and then come back to the goals I've set for myself. Adjust for the current situation, what's currently happening. Adjust your goals for those new things currently happening, and then just move on to just going to, break a leg, going to achieve your goals again. So basically that's it. And then I have a question for you guys. But before my question, let's go on a 5-second commercial break. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, so 2 things, right? We have a boys outreach coming up. May 16th, that's National Day of the Boy Child. At School Complex Idiaraba, that it houses Mushin Community Junior High School, Mushin Community Senior High School, and Idiaraba High School, Junior High School, Senior High School, 4 schools. We are going to be reaching out to about 530 boys. We're going to be talking about tech, talking about issues that impact them even as they are growing. We're going to be talking about gambling because it's such a thing, you understand. Addictions generally, just basically talking to these boys, having a good time. Tell them we see you, you understand. We see you, we are a part of you, we're a community, Actually, the initiative is Tarmac Initiative, right? It's an NGO. It's an arm of Plan Park Consult. It's an initiative by Plan Park Consult to reach out to boys. Really, so much International Day of the boy, of the girl child, women's this, women that, and we just neglect our boys at times. So basically, that's what it's all about. If you are interested in, I'm sure you are. This is a very noble cause. If you're interested in volunteering, you know, at the event, just send a mail to us, planpathc@gmail.com, 0063466173. Just send a WhatsApp message or give a call through, put a call through and say, hey guys, so this is what you guys are doing. I want to support you with money. I want to volunteer. I have some products in my business I'd like to give you guys. And also, you can also just adopt us as your CSR in your company. Understand, you're a small scale business, medium scale business. Your company is a multinational. You understand? And you just need a company to adopt as a CSR. Look no further, guys. Come and meet the girls. Come and meet the team, actually, and then I'll be glad to work with you. So thank you for that. I'm happy to tell you about that. Very, very happy to discuss that with you. So what we are actually going to talk about today is a book that my friend and sister Mariah sent me this book. I think that was last month. I've read a couple of books this year. I'm reading a book, Why Nations Fail, currently at the moment. But this particular book that we are doing the book review was sent to me by Mariah, I think in February, late February or early March. And I read it. The book is I Woke Up at 30, How I Utilize Inertia for Global Impact by Abosede Ajayi Akinfolarin. So let me say this, right? I feel that this book Mariah sent to me is a prophetic book because I'm 30. So probably if I've not finished waking up at 30, let me wake up, and if I have woken up, let me wake up very well and shine my hand and do what I'm supposed to be doing in my life right now. And it's for all the 1990 kids, 93 kids. You understand, Gen Z, you're in your 20s and you're like, I hope I'm not wasting my life right now. This book is really for you. So yeah, I'm gonna run you down 7 things I learned in this book. 7 prophetic 7. Okay, 7 things I learned in the book. Number 1 is self-reflection. Okay, so it gets to a point in your life where you're just doing every day, in and out. You're just vibing, as younger people will put it. Just vibing. You're just vibing and doing your life. But there's a point in your life where you have to just sit down alone, like alone. It's scriptural. It is atheistically right, Buddhistically right, Hinduistically right. It is right in all ramifications. So sit your ass down and think about your life and say, see, nobody's here now. I'm not fun for anybody. What am I really doing in my life? What can I do better? One of the things I realized at some point in my life is that if I could eat better, if I could eat clean, I would increase my productivity. If I could eat good food, eat more organically, it will help my brain productivity. If I could eat better, if I could sleep better, you understand, it will help my energy levels. Those are things I learned about. For other people, it's different. Some people can sleep. I know some people on my WhatsApp status, some people in my life, some people I even see online, they sleep for 1 hour, 30 minutes, and they are fine. Me, I am not like that. I have self-reflected to the point that I know how many hours of sleep I need to function like a human being, a proper human being. I also knew that at some point, I knew that no matter how my schedule looks like, in a week I have to read. In fact, every day, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 1 page, no matter how hard it is, I have to keep reading, I have to keep learning. It will help me. I knew I had to start upskilling. I knew I just couldn't just be a teacher like that, just be a teacher. And so after then, what next? So those are things that personal reflection will do for you. Abisoye in her book was saying, Abosede was saying in her book, right? Abosede was saying book. Why am I seeing? Sorry, I just want to be honest with you. Sometimes you read a book and you're not sure. Her name is Abisoye because on my scripture, I wrote Abosede, and as I'm saying Abosede, it doesn't sound right because in the book it's Bisoye that I was hearing. Okay, so just being honest with you guys. So Abisoye was like, at some point she just sat down and asked herself, Bisoye, kí ló ń ṣe pẹ̀lú life, man? And that's a good point to get to see, if you can just sit down and ask yourself some questions, half of your life problems are solved. So how to wake up, how to use your circumstance or your unique skills, your abilities, your connections, your own personal story, how to use it for global impact. How does it really start? It is basically first by self-reflection. You have to sit down and think for yourself. All those I am bored, I don't know what to do, you just carry yourself and go and do something that will put you inside trouble. Sit down, reflect, think. So that's like my number one lesson from this book, and I'm sharing with you. Self-reflection is where Abisoye started, and she's been able to use the things she learned from her self-reflection. You can go online, see there are so many resources online. I want a module for self-reflection, a template for yourself. You should probably, I even have one by DDK, Mama Debola Deji Kurumi. DDK wrote how self-reflection is different areas of our life. By the time I did that self-reflection, I had not even finished it. By the time I was doing it, and in fact, as I was doing it, the Holy Spirit was just giving me, hammer. The word of God was being a hammer to my life. And I had to start adjusting on it, in a lot of ways and everything. In fact, I still have one thing I'm still currently working on from that self-reflection that I've not been able to, finish up. So self-reflection is a very good place to start, if you would ask me. And I hope that you actually start self-reflecting from here. So let's go on a quick break and then we'll come back to point 2. So let me tell you something, right? How this thing works. I don't believe that you have to go. The best way to impact people and really put out what you do is to actually tell people what's happening in your current life. Currently, we are praying we're meditating with this particular song, and trust me, I play literally every time I'm reflecting and meditating, even as I'm working, sometimes even a lot of times as I'm sleeping with the song. So it's just natural for you guys to hear it on my podcast. So that's that for that music you are hearing in the background. And if you have suggestions of songs we can play on the podcast, just let know you grab. It's a good idea to give us suggestions too. So number 2 is embrace change. My people, did you realize that in January this year, as you entered this year, bam, so many things happened? And if there's anything I've realized in adulthood, right, which was a very difficult lesson for me, because I like to have my plans, I like to know what I'm doing, so I like some kind of certainty and security, you understand? But there's a part of me that God is really growing right now, that I'm learning that, see, you guys, listen, you are joking if you don't want to embrace change. Because once there's a change, you start working yourself up, you start talking, you're like, oh, what do I do? This, that. And really, there's really nothing you can do about it. It's just what it is. It's just life. There's a change that's happened, and you just have to, just change with the change. That's basically what it is. Embrace change. So when Bisoye noticed, Bisoye in the story, in the book, when she noticed that Omo is this is the new reality, then she had to move to her brother's place, move away from them, get a house closer to her apartment. Or when she was working in Yaba and she'll be sleeping in the bus. It's just what it is. There'll be changes, even for the NGO she started for the girls, Makoko Girls, Tech, for the children. there were a lot of things that kept on happening. But if you just go and hang your boots immediately, you just hear that there's a change, and there's a change. Okay, what do we need to? Like my dad will say, okay, all right, it has happened. What do we need to do now? How do we move forward from here? Because life is gonna continue. That's the truth. I mean, it's very hard fact to swallow. Like in mental health, when people have issues, like maybe a loss of a spouse, a parent, man, it has happened. You just talking and just being sad about it. I'm not like how they say, I'm not undermining one's sadness or how one really feels genuinely. But truth is that life is just gonna keep changing, and we just have to learn how to move with the change it is that comes with life. That's just what it is. So really, Abisha is telling us that we should embrace change. We should keep embracing change. Like change is the only constant thing. I heard that thing first from my sister, Omolara. She says change is the only constant thing. Life will just keep changing. Just move on. You maybe for instance, they broke up with somebody, and maybe the person is not fine. A lady or a guy, you are not happy because there was a breakup. Max 3 days. Even Jesus that died for the sin of the whole world, he slept. You died for 3 days, and the third day he resurrected. Shana Wale, man, cry all your cry. After 3 days, stand up, embrace change. That's what life is. That's what Abisha is trying to say. Things are going to keep happening in life, man, but you just have to just embrace change, and that's like a top priority for me in this book. The third lesson is like the second. It's called overcoming adversity. That's another thing I learned. See, right, adversity will happen, but once you have embraced the change, don't stay there. You understand? Your job is now to say, okay, in light of the resources I have now, what can I do? How can I overcome these challenges? Okay, now AI has come now. It can take people's work. That's what they are saying. That's the problem. So my own is, how do I overcome the adversity? In fact, profit from that situation that is happening. Overcoming adversity is a very great tool. Like resilience, like in ALX we say resilience is like, you just have to just toughen up and say, you know what it is at the moment, but it's not going to you like in ALX we say resilience. Abisoye is saying overcoming adversity, taking innovation. That's actually my next point. You know what? It is currently what it is, but it ain't going to be what it is forever. It's going to be another thing, because I'm going to like take the initiative and just move on and just achieve my goals and just go on. So that's what we need to learn, and that's a top priority in this time. Overcome the adversity, work around the situation. Okay, all right. We wanted to reach out to 1,000 boys before, and now there are 530 boys. That's a problem. We already told some people that's the budget we had. To be like you are lying, write a mail to them, call them, build your trust, and tell people this is actually what's happening. The boys, some have graduated, some are no longer coming to school, and you understand there's a problem. This is okay. Now we've only raised 65,000 out of a million naira at the moment as I currently speak. Yes, because I know more is still gonna come in, more partnerships and all. So what do? It's a problem. There are some things that are monetary on the budget. What can we do to improvise? You understand? And who can we talk to? It's a problem. No problem. There's no problem about the problem. The problem is how you even talk about the problem. So take initiative. Take initiative. In ALX we say innovation. In Plan Path we say innovation. Innovate. Okay, just say, okay, all right, this is what it is, but we can do this. We can salvage the situation and move on. That's how life is, man. Just move on. Just keep doing what you have to do. Moving on and just smashing your goals sharp. No time. Another lesson that I learned is persistence. All these words sound similar, but they may just be different in application. You understand? That's why it's good to hear the whole podcast, and then you know how to fix it in, plug it into your own life and unique situation. Persistence. If you tell me no, no problem. We don't have any issues. It's okay. But after that, no, I'm gonna learn something else that I have to do. I have to move on. No, right? What if we do this like this? If you hear it cannot be done. You remember that thing that they say Thomas Edison did not fail. He discovered 999 times to do the electric bulb. One thing. You grab the gist. Persistence. Persistence. Because you want to move into tech now, and it's been hard to get a job. You want to see, they say now who give up mess up. It's you that the person will give up. Now you do yourself, because there are other opportunities in front. My dad told me something when they said, you know what, you guys are still very young. You are very, very young. You still have more than, like, you spend more, only like 1/3 or 1/4 of your lifetime. So there's still time for you, right? Persistence, more opportunities will come. Oh yeah, you didn't win that scholarship, you didn't win that grant. No problem, not an issue. Not an issue. This is an inside joke, actually. So the people that I know will laugh once they know. No problem, not an issue at all. Move on to the next thing. That's really how to do life. And the sixth lesson I learned from this book is empowering others. So there's a line of thought that's been in my head for years. I say, see, how many clothes can I wear? How many, in fact, with this Lagos itself, even if you have all the money to sew all the clothes, you tell them to reduce it. Even if you have AC, so the weather is just hot, like generally hotter than it was, you understand? It's the temperature at the moment, you understand? You even tell them to help you to sew short something so that breeze can be blowing you very well. How many clothes can you wear? You understand? We have to be thinking. They say that a society grows when elders plant trees that they know that they will never sit under its shades. That's living for others. That's living for, like, thinking for, like, for the future. You understand? You're not just thinking about yourself, and that's something we young people need to, like, pay attention to doing. You finish getting all the accolades, so what? And what next? Like now, Tunde Onakoya is doing the Guinness Book of Records. Shout out to Tunde Onakoya. Trust me, he's not doing it for himself. If it's for what he's going to eat or the car he's going to drive, the guy is cool, like, you understand, to a good extent. But he's also doing that thing to raise awareness and to raise money for kids' education. He's adopting those children in the slums, you understand? That's how life is. We have to learn how to live beyond ourselves and to empower others. Imagine there's a Tunde Onakoya, there's in chess, there's a Tosin Mugwado in education, there's Abisoye in a field, in tech too. You understand? There is what they call it, Mr. X in aviation. There is Mrs. W in cakes business. You understand? Like in the food sector, and we all just live beyond ourselves. Things will be better. We should not just think about, oh, myself, my family, my this, me. They say it's the trinity of the devil. When you say me, myself, and I, always think about yourself. Yeah, you should prioritize yourself. That's where self-reflection comes in, where you start thinking, like the first thing we say is think about your purpose, what makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled. But beyond that, you have to think about other people as well. Empower others within your reach. Maybe just that boy around you that you can buy what they call a book for, and that boy's spelling will improve and just increase that child's opportunity in life in a lot of things. So that's just like really how to really think, and it's a lesson that I learned from Abisoye in this book. The final thing that I'm going to talk about today is gratitude. My people, let's be grateful though. Like Abisoye was saying, that things would have been worse. What if when she ran away from home? What if trailer jammer? What if things did not turn out well? What if she didn't work in that company she worked? What if she never actually even graduated from school and she just turned out to be a dropout throughout her life? Things would have been worse. So, like, nobody owes us anything, and we have to learn how to approach life with so much gratitude. So these are the lessons I learned from the book I Woke Up at 30 by Abisoye Ajayi Folarin. I hope that you listen to this podcast over and over again, share with others, and pick out the lessons. for my 1993 babes, 1994, and people in their 20s, even in their 40s, wondering whether they are doing life the way they're supposed to, whether they are living to the fullness of their potential. This is a good book for self-introspection, for self-reflection, and you would really pick something that you can use personally. I'm so thankful to Mariah for sending me this book. Thank you so much for listening to this. And I have a question to ask you guys actually. So the question I want to ask you guys is very simple. What's the difference between niceness and kindness? I was talking to somebody recently, just like before this podcast, and I was like, I don't need to be nice to anybody. I have to just be kind. So we went on talking about it, and okay, so this is something. Niceness often involves surface level politeness or pleasant behavior, while kindness goes deeper, involving genuine concern, empathy, and acts of compassion towards others. Kindness tends to be more sincere and heartfelt, whereas niceness can sometimes be superficial and insincere. So what do you think is the difference between niceness and kindness? Do you think it's okay to be nice or to be kind? In my own opinion, right, I will tell you next episode what I think about the difference between niceness and kindness. So let me know in the comments as you listen to this. Let me know what the difference between niceness and kindness is, and if you think it is okay to be nice or to be kind. Remember to watch this, listen to this episode and other amazing episodes you have. Thank you so much for listening to Plant Path. You are so amazing. Thank you so much. Bye.